Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Season 3 of Evil, in this Paramount Plus horror series that focuses on a skeptical clinical psychologist, a priest, and blue-collar contractor who come together trying to investigate demons. And this third season has Kristen, David, and Ben tackling some more advanced kinds of things, and finally this series seems to be pulling things together for potentially what seems like season 4 might be the last season, as a lot of the threads that have been going through the first 3 seasons here are finally coming to a head as the battle between our good people working with the church go head to head with the demons led by Leland. And what's interesting about this season is, one, I feel like Kristen, Katja Herbers, who is really fantastic in this show, gets to show more strength and gets past the whole possession thing in this season and winds up being a strong figure moving forward and really trying to investigate like what happened to her eggs, which seem to be potentially being used for nefarious purposes. And Herbers also gets to play like this seductive, evil version of herself trying to mess with David, played by Mike Coulter, and that's also a fun performance getting to see her do. And David goes through a lot of things in this season now that he's a full priest and doing exorcisms and sticking up for Sister Andrea, who is a fantastic growing presence in the show for the side of good and sees all these crazy demons and stuff like that. And I feel like David's going through a very interesting tug of war in terms of his deepest desires, this Vatican group that's bringing him in for secret missions, and he has to be clandestine with his friends and his colleagues, and him really trying to make sense of these visions that are coming to him, which he seems to be a big part of what's going to be coming. And I feel like Ben, Asif Mandiv, is still awesome. He's great. I don't feel like he gets as much time to shine in this season. There's a couple episodes where he gets a bit of spotlight, but you can tell that even more now than ever, he's more of like the third wheel to this equation. And you have, honestly, the daughters this season get a lot more agency. They're taking the fight to Leland in many ways, and I really liked that. The evil plot, what's going on with Kristen's husband, was an interesting twist for this season. Wasn't quite sure exactly how it was going to play out. Michael Emerson is amazing, and he is a horrible, he plays horrible characters so well, and Leland is a piece of crap. And where this season takes him in the last 2 episodes particularly is really dark and leaves you I just can't wait for him to get his just desserts in the final season, hopefully. And you have Christine Lady, who plays Cheryl, who's Kristen's mom, who has been going on this darker spiral this season, but there's starting to be cracks of maybe redemption towards the end, and I feel like Lady plays that very well. Kurt Fuller, character actor who plays Dr. Boggs, has a bit of a heel turn in this season, and that's a pretty messed up storyline going on. But where this leads up to, not every character makes it through this season, which they're bringing some real stakes in. I feel like the same issues that have gone on with the show, that a lot of like the week-to-week procedural kind of stuff, a lot of the time has a very anticlimactic conclusion or doesn't have one, and that continues, but at least the last couple episodes start to really focus on the broader story, which I appreciated more. And in general, you have all of these demons and stuff like that. The costume design's amazing, the makeup, and where this last episode leaves you in the last 5 minutes really sets up something interesting for season 4. And it has its flaws, it's clunky sometimes in its storytelling, but this is still a very unnerving and captivating show, and I cannot wait to see what's next And even if it is last season, I'm excited to see how this all wraps up. And I'm glad there's some urgency going into the next season. But those are my thoughts on Evil Season 3. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.